was the northern Sierras, or mostly the eastern Sierras of California, east of Sacramento, about an hour and 30 minutes, about an hour or so. And we're checking out some of the fire fields here. We've done some work around this area, but this is a neighbor's property. I'm actually stepping on their land. They haven't asked, but I'm just kind of at the corner, just observing what I'm seeing for threats. And we got quite a bit of succession of chaparral, manzanitas, buckbrush, silverthorns, you name it. We got some sugar pines. Really what I want to go at, maybe thin, and it's just accumulating. We got bay leaves, we got yerba mate, whatever, it's that super waxy leaf stuff. It's really good. I love chewing on it. But a lot of it happening, a lot of it going on, and needs, I mean, this is just an accident. Not an accident, but it's just mismanaged. Like, there's all this material here that we could utilize, build up this soil, increase this for a rangeland. This is, to me, I see this as untapped grazing land. Oh, I do apologize. Things went offline for a second. Anyways, so you see we got this fuel loading going on. It's very thick. There's continuously within our fuels, a lot of ladder fuels. For instance, this guy right here, you know, this is all stuff that we could definitely take care of. And it's a resource. These branches and things on the ground, these are good for our, so we could burn this into biochar, like sticks like this. Certain things you leave, certain things you take. You know, like these logs obviously are serving a really good purpose now in our ecosystem. We wouldn't want to move this stuff. But when it comes to our ladder fuels, like our fuel continuity is pretty high right here. Like this right here, a boom, 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 you know, and then you're getting, I mean, this field's pretty clear, but there was a fire here several years ago, and I'll show you. I'm learning prescribed burning. I'm not a super duper practitioner. I don't have my RX B1. I've just been participating and learning the ways of fire on the land. And it's been very interesting to me. It opens up my eyes to seeing what's possible on a landscape. Like you'll see here, this is just craziness waiting to happen. This will just explode. You get a huge blow up right here. And that's the thing, then you're gonna shoot embers, and then we got more fuel loading over here. I'll show you, this is an area we haven't taken care of yet. I'll just introduce myself. I'm Ken Shear. I run a business called K Organics. We do a lot of fuel thinning. We do a lot of conversion. We convert all this material, all this down material. I'll show you some various piles that we have out here. And it's been a wild, wild season in California. It's like, they think this, it feels like spring. So it hasn't felt like winter. Like it felt like winter a few times this year, but really not much going on. So you can just see this. We could easily prescribe burn this. It's wet. It was actually the past 4 days was great to burn. We had like a 60% what is it, PIG, and we had like a 33 humidity and like 7% FDM, fuel moisture density, whatever the hell this shit is. But it was really dry, and now it's not dry. So you see we've done some burns here, and it's what it's about. It's just these burn intervals. Grass, they say you can burn every year, but like in the denser forest areas, you don't really want to burn that much, from what I understand. I'm still learning a lot. But you'll see I had like a low severity fire here, because I already got things growing back. I didn't like nuke the roots. We didn't nuke that at all. But you know, prescribed burning is nothing new. But I'm going to show you guys and girls and everyone else. On top of this, you'll see like those big giant piles of carbon chilling right there. We're gonna go check that out. And that's the goal here, is we're trying to manage this land, because fire will always come back. It's like a thing. California and other areas that are drying up. But it's always been historically, we handled fire. The fire handles us. And I say us because I've done a lot of work now in California. I built a lot of this biochar with this massive pile. We've been busy. This is charcoal. We use this in fermentations. This is just a raw material. This is to help build the soil up. It's quite a bit amount. You see like rocks and clay already inside of it. Did a lot of work. I mean, this area was very thick with fuel. A lot of fuel was here. We call it fuel. I call it resources because we make the biochar. Always make biochar. And that's our difference when we're doing fuel treatments. We're making sure we're converting material and not leaving ash, excess ash. This channel is not about video games. This channel is about the outdoors and the wilderness and taming wilderness, or living in symbiotic relationship with nature. I don't really know much, but I know some things, and I know how to make sure we're growing soil. We're building up the soil of the earth. You know, everyone wants to play video games. That's great. You guys can play video games, but this is a video game. Like, this is the video game. Like, do you really want to be in a box within a box? Like a dream within a dream? Or do you want to live like the authentic dream? So, and you know, sometimes this ain't for everybody. I get it. It takes a certain type of being to want to even be out here in the first place, doing this stuff and ripping saws and chains and just running like a fire crew and putting rings of fire everywhere and making fertility on the earth, or helping assist the fertility and the succession. You know, that's what I feel like I'm here for. And if people want to play video games and just kind of like mess around and utilize their time for some like dopamine, that's cool. Like, there's dopamine to be had out everywhere. I'm not trying to judge anyone's dopamine release procedures, but what's a legacy? Like, what kind of legacy can we leave if it's just a save file on a hard drive? You know, that's not really much. So you can have your impact here. You can plant a tree, right? We can plant trees that last forever. Not forever, but forever in humanity's terms. You know, there's some trees on earth that are thousands of years old. So we burnt out of this tree. This is a nice burn. It was like a mixed, we had like, it turned to backing and backing fire, and then it turned into a frontal fire. But a flaming front, that's what you don't want in prescribed fire. You don't want a flaming front. You want the stuff to back up. Like, you want it to burn like this way, and then the wind is pushing it that way. So you're burning into your black. Because when you get a head fire is like shooting like flamethrowers, and that's what shoots embers. That's what causes spotting, and that's when you get into a bad time. That's when prescribed burn is gonna be a bad time. You get spicy, and your adrenaline starts going, and you're like, oh shit, is it gonna pass my line of no escape? I don't know. And that's when you gotta dial for the true professionals with aircrafts. But this is biochar. We make a lot of freaking biochar. This is pretty much 85 to 95% carbon material. Homie has some big plans for it, but I could have some big plans. Like, these could ferment. We could ferment this charcoal, and it's just like chucking it all over the place. You see, we got some nice sugar pines. We got all kinds of trees. We got some parasitic tree. What is that? Mistletoe or something? I want to show y'all. We got another burn up here. Well, I did the burn. Did this whole roadside, and it's simple to do. If you just section things off, and you think about where the wind and everything else is coming from, and you light some test patches, and you see where things are going. And like, this is kind of things we were doing. Just burning these little mosaics, seeing if it'd run, because we kind of want them to run. Like this, I'm surprised when I lit this, it didn't back down to here. Like, what the heck, you know? This went towards the bottom of here. And I like doing these little micro burns, these little micro castings. It's a lot of fun. And this is all part of what K Organics likes to do. We like to manage the land in its aspect. We're not just coming here to like trim your tree. We're not coming here to, you know, just do one thing. We're not here to fertilize. We're here to like treat the land, give it what it needs, so the whole ecosystem can respond. And then if you want garden beds and stuff, we'll do that too. But we're also into this, so we just burned this whole area a bit. Those lights weren't there when I removed those when I was burning, and we got this whole area to go. It took like 2 or 3 days in a row, kind of get it to like actually do something, because the moisture gets, it's really strange. Sometimes we get really high moisture that comes this way, and then we get really dry winds that come this way. And then during the day, during the morning time, the winds are pushing up this ridge and it's pushing it towards the road. And then like right around 1 o'clock, that's what I've been noticing, it shifts and then the wind goes this way down. So like you'll see that right now. Look, there's someone burning. You can see how the wind is pushing that way towards, what is that, the north? That's sunrise here. What's up, Steve? We're just talking about a burn that we did. Got some mosaics landed, and it was a nice backing fire. Now things are growing back pretty quickly. Like I did this 3 or 4 days ago. 4 days ago. And you'll see, I mean, we burned right in there. There's char, there's blackness, and there's already stuff coming up. No problem. Now it's raining. Taking out some of these excess oaks. Like some of these oaks are just growing everywhere. And sure, just burn them out. There's like 2 pines here. We don't really need an oak. I mean, I know mixed conifer, mixed species forests are nice, but so just keep burning. This is the only burn we'll do here this year. And then just a few more, just lopping up some stuff, lop and drop. Thinned it, cleared it. I'm liking it. You know, that's what's the best part about taking care of land and stewarding it, is enjoying it and what it looks like, because you put a lot of work into things and nature is doing its thing and it's regrowing. There's a nice fire. That's what you really love to see. That's what I love seeing after I do a broadcast burn like this, and you're seeing like instant regrowth, and then it just rains. Like a gentle rain. It's been such a gentle rain. It's been great. It has not washed this carbon. Like it's getting a chance for the, like, look at here. Look at all the stuff that's growing here back. It's amazing. Like I burnt all this. Shows you it didn't get that hot in here. Not even those cones had gone up. You just got tons of stuff coming back. I think they're like, these are some of these are oaks. Exciting. I'm excited. This one burnt nice here. I was super stoked. We started it up here. Let's see, right there. We started up this line and it just rolled down. Oak tree's fine. It was like a red bud. And then bam, it hit underneath here and it was ripping. It was great. I was actually getting a head. I wanted a head here because I wanted to scorch some of this manzanita, these manzis, get some of these buck brush taken care of. And we just keep burning. It's a lot of fun. If you have never experienced a prescribed burn, I highly recommend it. You need gear. You're gonna want to get the good boots, the fire resistant. What is like Verasol or something with a V or something. And I mean, I'm not really. You don't need Nomex, but I would say boots and pants and gloves are like your most important, and eyewear, and a pack, of course. And that's all gets expensive, you know. It's like if anybody has gear, you know what it's like, how quick it all can add up. And this I burned a little bit. I wanted to get some black over here because I wanted to rip this whole side, and I got most of it to start, but then it just phased out right at the lip, so I didn't. Just making some black. And this area, I'm not sure I'm gonna touch this area. It doesn't really need it. I'm not really seeing, I don't like, not feeling a threat. There's like no threats except for these mansies, but that I can just trim up. Right, I can light that little guy and just like drag that a little bit across the ground here. Maybe I will burn it up. There's enough pine needles. I mean, look at that shit. Like, what is going on here? I'm confused. I need to go investigate. That is a weird looking tree. Like, what? No, it doesn't look like anything else on this tree. Does anybody in the comments know what the heck's going on with this tree? Why is it growing so dense on the bottom? I don't know. I just don't know. And we got another charcoal pile. I'm gonna step over this fence. I'm gonna show you guys, and girls, and men, and women who are watching. I'm gonna climb over this darn fence. At least it's not barbed wire, right? Let's celebrate that it's not barbed wire. I'll show you why it's charcoal stuff. It's important, and if you can make it, if you can make this charcoal, you made this charcoal by yourself in a kiln. This stuff has been sitting for I think a year or two. There's actually plants growing in it. You can see there's plants. Things are growing within the charcoal now. Let's see. There we go. So I gotta pull this out. There's roots growing in the charcoal. Right here. We'll do it again right here. They're just chilling. They're just growing in the charcoal. Sorry, I had a phone call and it all like jazzed up the screen. Doing robot calls on my phone. Get out of here. So here's an enriched charcoal. Got some moss growing on it. This was done a few weeks ago, a few months, I'm sorry, 7 or 8 months ago, this was completed. And can then y'all hear me? Start queuing, get some interaction. So we're growing this moss. It just started. Growing some plants. It finally rained, so they got some water. They're looking a little sad. Now they're not sad. Check out this moss growing on my biochar. So we fermented this stuff, and then just over time, now it's growing tons of moss on it. So I'm thinking you can transport this moss. If it's on this biochar, you can probably grow it anywhere you want. So we got some moss. And this isn't on the ground. This is in a container, right? It's in a container. It's not connected to the earth. It's just moss just landed in here. The top has been open. All the liquid, most of the liquid is gone within it. And now it's just spreading around. Seeing it here. Biochar moss. Super nice. It's like super green. just like look at my moss all day. It's so cool. I love it. I don't want to touch it anymore. I just don't want to disturb it. How do you get this Q&A crap off? Drag here to end. Bam. Look, it's growing in that corner. Super green, super healthy. I mean, it's beautiful stuff. I'd like to put this on my roof, like just have a moss roof, moss biochar roof. You know, a carbon sequestering roof. Look, it's growing on that rock too now. You guys like my carbon? That's what I like. So that's what we do here. Clear the land, make some char, enjoy ourselves, live with the land, help people grow food, and it's what we do. And we farm. Farming isn't, you're not going to make a billion gazillion dollars if you're just running your own farm. There's tips and tricks, but generally, like, you don't make money actually physically farming. It's really fucking weird, which is super dumb. And I just think there's a model for this. A lot of farmers are like, oh, farm tourism, we got to do tourism. And I'm like, all right, we got to do farm tourism. So you got to like make your farm super cool. You got to have like venues, and you got to make your farm kind of like a club, like a nightclub. And if people just want to come there and help you do stuff, and they'll vibe. They'll just vibe, farm on vibes. Like I know how that goes. I've worked at several organic farms with housing, and a lot of other people have too. They've had this experience where you live and work on the land, and they pay you. They give you stipends, and it's just, you know, vibe farming's cool. But I really want it to be more than that, because I'm gonna get 10 acres. I'm working on this plan, and we're trying to mix and match cultural aspects, trying to get a Mexican woman to like really spearhead several acres of this farm and get her to really blow up. But if you guys will look and see this charcoal area, like, tell me, you can't, okay, where's the difference in the green? Can someone help me understand, like, where's it really green and where isn't it not green? I mean, this is just this sells it for me. Look how green everything is on the charcoal. This is beautiful. Right up against that log. We left the log there. You want to leave these logs on contour all the time. Anytime you can leave a fatty log like that, leave it on contour, right where the water's rushing down. Like, there should be a wattle. You should have a wattle like right here. Like, strip it across here. Like, we could fill some of this char, but look at that. Isn't that cool, man? I just love when you work out here and you see the results of your work several years later. Like, this could have been treated definitely. Like, we could have put way more biology on here. There's so much more we could have done that we didn't do. We just made it and spreaded it. They collected some of it and brought it up to the little garden up there. But if they left more of this, you probably have more plants growing. That's for sure. But you can just see the vibrancy, like the greenness, because then you walk away and it's all like yellowy. I don't know what happened here. But I definitely see a difference, especially where this log is, like that retainment wall. Beautiful. Anywho, I got some logs. I should put these on contour. But do you see what I mean about this fuel here? How scary and sketchy this is? Like, once I get deeper into this forest, well, it's more like a chaparral. It used to be a forest, and then it burned F down. It wasn't stand replacing, but it was very violent. think it was like 10 years ago. So I figured, okay, it's been like 7 years or 8 years or 9, 10, I don't know, since it burned here last time. So it's a good time to run some fire through here. Because this is thick. This is where you don't want to be when a fire is blowing up. You don't want to be here. And look at this. I could have came in here and ripped it up. I could have done some burning. I didn't realize because, you know, I don't have water. I don't have a backpack pump. And burning alone and prepping sites and just putting fire on the ground is reckless as hell. I mean, I know some people who do it because they like the thrills, but I'm not into that. Not anymore. I experienced the shit the other week. Scared the hell out of me. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what we're dealing with, everybody. Welcome to the Chaparral hell. Damn. Woo! Thick as fudge in here. Got the needles. You see what I mean? That would be fun to just run some fire right here. Bink! But it's way too moist. It just rained. And just watch it and then defend. But I don't have holding resources. No holding. But look at these mosses, man. Beautiful. Looks like broccoli. Cool rock. This would burn nice here. See, I don't know. I don't want to cut that. It's going to be super cool as it grows. Look at how trippy that is. Yeah, let's go over there for a second. Let's look at this weird ass tree. It's like its dick. Big dick tree. And you got its extension, and it's wrapping and then growing like this whole new tree. Really cool. And it's extending out down like an elephant trunk. And it's going down in the ground, and that's lifting up. And it's kind of growing into its own new tree. It's even got the pollen sacs on it. So that's kind of cool. I mean, for collecting, this is perfect height. If I want to get food and stuff from this, like, this is perfect. Cool tree. There's some pine cones up there. This is food. It's food forest. Someone's been, look at all the, see, the squirrels have been going nuts over here. They know what's up. They know what's good. And when you're prescribed burning, this is the shit that can really get you. So sometimes it's best just to avoid trees. But, like, it's good to rake around trees. That's what just doing. You're managing the fire. I'm gonna keep going down. This is fun. I'm having fun. Who's having fun? I'm having a lot of fun. But I got some meetings I gotta do soon. I gotta get some shit together. But this crag, look at this super awesome cliff. We're just hanging out. See, this will all be really nice grazeland. Like, we can run animals through this thing. It's just tough because there's no soil here. It's super rocky. It's hard to get anybody down here. But it's a cool place. I'm gonna get down there. I want to go. Let's go together. Let's go together. I don't even have my hiking boots on. Les stupide. This super cool crag. It's aggro crag. Yeah. I am Lord Manzanita. What have you come to say to me today, young man? What are your wishes as you visit the Chaparral forest? of Penn Valley, California. You know what I mean? It's just super cool, weird ass tree. Like, how'd that tree do that? Gee, that tree is a baller. He's like, I'm gonna grow on this fucking rock. I can give a shit. No, for real. Like, it grew in like the rock. It just didn't give a shit. Oh, it's still alive. Look at that. Oh shit. It's still hanging in there, everybody. Check out that vein. It's still alive. That one little branch here. The whole thing's dead except for that. Now that's cool. Look at that. You got like moss on it too. But yeah, you're right. If this were to burn, this side is fucked. Excuse my French. But this side be like, I mean, look at it down there. Woo, right? Like, these are the things I think about because I'm in an area in Nevada City and whatnot that has not burned in over like 100 years. So the big one's coming, and like there's someone trying to do something about it. Like, look, they're ripping, but they're making a lot of smoke. They're smoking it up. But today's the perfect day to burn because it just rained. Look, there we got some limbs crashed. I'm trying to find evidence of the fire they said that was here. I guess it must have been a long freaking time ago. I gotta look up the maps. I should know this stuff. Whoa. Super cool rocks. Yeah, imagine if it just ripped through here. Like this blow up. This be like whoosh. And it's going uphill, dude. Oh my god, that raise. I think I'd be safe. I think it'd be fun to watch this, but not over there. Like, that could get ripped up too. Like, that needs to be managed. Like, we got to get over there and manage this shit because that's pointing right at the structure. Like, that needs to get, that's so important we kind of get this taken care of. Should go over there and check it and scope it. I mean, I've walked there. There's a lot of manzanita on the ground. Sucks, all these oaks are dead. Oak death syndrome. But I haven't been down here before. So you guys are joining me on this like little wild hike. I did not plan on going down here, but I want to show y'all what we're dealing with out here and what the threats are. Because this is a threat now. This is crazy. Like, animals don't appreciate this either. They don't really want to walk through here. They're not going to come and browse like they should. And the predators too. It gives a lot of hiding spaces. So the bird life suffers as well. It's just making the forest accessible. That's all it is. We're not trying to we're not trying to like clear cut this stuff. We're just here to take some things down, make some paths, like get some paths for animals, open things up, get some sun on the surface of the canopy. Like, it's blocking things out. You lose a lot. If you don't have fire in the landscape, you lose specific varieties. So like, I think there's like this potato. It's like a spud and it needs fire every 4 or 5 years or 7. I don't know. But it's just, I know fire is important on the ground here. You want to have it. So we're going to keep walking down here. I don't have the right shoes on, for real. I'm kind of like being dumb about this. You know, I'm getting smarter, and I'm realizing that having the right equipment and boots and things to keep yourself safe is so important, because it's fun to be out here, but I want to continue to keep being out here. So that's just like a safety thing for everyone. Make sure that when you're out here in the wilderness, you got the right gear on, and you're not wearing freaking street shoes. But here we go. Now we're getting into the thick. We're going to the thickets. We're exploring. I don't think I've been down here in a while. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name's Ken, K Organics. I run a soil amendment business where we produce biochar and insect frass and liquid effective microorganisms to help regenerate distressed ecosystems. And we have reached our destination. You can see how thick this is. Like, this is hella dangerous. Like, this manzanita tree is beautiful though. Look how big it is. How it's like swallowing up the oak. That's cool. I mean, that looks really cool, doesn't it? I mean, that's awesome. Welcome. Like, now we're definitely in the forest a little bit more. There's more trees down here. A lot more brush. Like, I can't even get in here. I want to get in here. There's some trails I see that way, but I'm gonna go this way. At least I got long socks on. Ticks and stuff. There's a lot of ticks out here. All right, there's really not a trail. But this is what I mean. This is what we're dealing with. Unwalkable wilderness. Like, I'm blocked. Thou shalt not pass. Like, it's so thick here. That's bad. When you can't even walk in your forest, you're fucked. You're gonna have a moonscape really soon. But here's the thing. This place is lucky because up in Penn Valley, there's like 3 Cal Fire runways that are all pointing at this place. So here we go. I found a way in. I want to go on that rock first. There's so much work to do here. So much work. I'm tripping on everything. I can't like walk through here. And that's not cool. You want to be able to walk through your forest. Look, there's shit on here. Animal took a huge shit. Be like, feeding that moss. But yeah. Fucking scary. We wouldn't fight this. You'd just get out of here. Fight it at the road. There's a road up here. No one's gonna waste their time down here. What do y'all think? All the viewers, I got 4 thumbs up. Thank y'all. I appreciate your thumbs. Getting the thumbs ups. Exploring this nature with me. Because like, if I keep coming down, I gotta go back up, right? So that's always part of the fun is. But yeah, it's thick as shit. Thicker than your mother's milkshake. Here's a nice attack point. So we put it, boom, found it. Found the landing. Here we go. Found the deer trail. Chumbucka, look at that. Look at that freaking rock. Look at that freaking rock. All right, you see what I'm talking about? Look how dense and crazy this shit is. This is disaster waiting to happen. So the goal would be with K Organics and the people who I'm with and hanging out with, and we're all building stuff together, is run through this and make some biochar, charcoal this up, get it good enough to where we can run some fire through this and run this fire up that whole ridge line. Just send it. We'll back it down, start it up here and back it down. That'd probably be our best way to do that. But I've noticed here Right now I'm feeling the wind is pushing up against me, so we would want to light it down here. But this place is so thick, I cannot see. This is the dangers of our society. Like, this is not ecosystem. This is I think this people, like, I just don't care about nature anymore. Like, fuck my backyard. Fuck. I ain't got time. I gotta go work for Google. I ain't got time. I gotta pay my mortgage. Not to be, there's nothing good out here, right? I don't know. There's a lot of good out here. Like, look at this. I just stood that up so I can walk through here. We need no more animals. Thumbs up if you like to see grazers in the forest. Thumbs up if you like seeing mushrooms in my sim, because I ain't seeing much mushrooms. It just rained yesterday. I haven't seen any yet, but this is where they would be. Thumbs up if you like forest management and you like biochar and you like handling your own problems and being self-sustained on the landscape. Thumbs up if you like making your own fertilizers or bug frass, or you just want to be in the forest and experience nature kind of like this, if this is something you're into. Thumbs up if you like me running through this bushwhacking. I'm just bushwhacking here. Bam, finding some locations. But I'm not seeing any mycelium. I'm not seeing any mushrooms. Not yet. I wonder if it's like it's gonna take another day or two. Tons of moss. But yeah, like, look at this mess. Look at that shit. Another broken. It's these oak trees, man. They just love when they break. Just like, probably shouldn't be fucking around. Super awesome manzanita. However, I'd cut the shit out of this. Right here, just cut it. Cut this whole thing. And then that could be the tree. Cut both of them. Boom, and then boom. Done. Look at this one. This is just waiting to go up. There's like flamethrowers. I love the manzanitas because you can break these. You light them, and you can run them through the grass like a drip torch. And it just ignites everything. Like this right here, boom, this would be great. I just like wrap all this together and then grab it, go like a torch. I don't see any mushies. I'm not seeing any mushrooms. Have you? I gotta go. I gotta go to the store. I have to sit down and do computers. Gotta play with computers. Well, I'm speaking on the computers with other peeps. We're dialing in stuff. Dialing it in. That's cool. I don't know, like my drone or something. Got some flower pods. I want to go over there. There's like a path. But it's like such a pain in the ass to get through. Like, this is what I want. I should have brought my chainsaw. Rain. I could have made some paths right now. I could have been like, yeah, okay, this is the path. He's like super cool. This looks like something's living here in that rock. There's just a copious amount of twigs and things that like really shouldn't be there like that.
Alright, we exploring the wilderness. We found a wombat zone.
Nah, that could probably be brown squirrels. I don't fucking know. Could be anything. What's around here? We got, well, there's deer. That's on deer thing. All deers are dead. There aren't really. There's bears here. There's mountain lions. What else? I don't know. Everything's like dead. Killed everything. I've seen hawks. Seen some falcons out here. I've seen chipmunks, squirrels. You name it. The normal mammals. Well, they call them varmints. What do you call ruminants? I don't know if there's any ruminants. I've not seen any like ruminants out here except for like a deer every now and then. Everything's just like this way. You know, there aren't any animals around when it looks like this. I found a few trails, but there wasn't like anything special. And the animals are supposed to make trails, and there's supposed to be elk here. There's supposed to be so many different varieties of animals, and it's just like barren. People just like wonder, like nature used to be like a lot more enjoyable. There used to be a lot more wildlife. And it's just, oh, I'm just being a hippie. No, it's just like for real though. There's a lot of loss of life within these ecosystems. And one of the best things we could do is opening it up a bit and helping the migration. So we always be migratory, just so y'all know, like that used to be the thing. Migration and moving, and I think sitting down and having just like one place like that, I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life. Like we all know people who have like never left their neighborhoods and never explored beyond like 50 miles of their existence. And there's a lot of movies and things about that, but sure, yeah, you know, and everyone's gonna have the expansion and expanding their horizons and visiting places that they didn't really ever be born at. Like I was born in Texas, lived in Buffalo, and now I'm in the West Coast. And my next goal is to go more northwest and see what's up going up on there. Look at this. How cool is that? It's just like growing in there, found its way. It's really cool, really rad. Nature's surprising. Should I crack it open? I'm just gonna leave it. Leave her be. All right, we're gonna continue up. I'll bring it around. Actually, I'm gonna go this way and then go up. We're gonna go in the front of the property. This is like, I'm gonna see, okay, if the fire does rip through here, if we just get this zone, sorry for moving too fast. If we get this zone cleaned up, we probably fare a lot better and we probably stay here and not have to be worried about being evacuated. Because evacuations suck. But anyways, there's really not much to stay in. This is like an off-grid little bug out facility. Bugging out. Look at all this dead shit. I mean, it's just so thick here. So thick. And it's so barren. Like there's nothing. There's so much to do. Those ferns. That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Yeah. Now, isn't that awesome? There's like a whole colony of them growing right here, right underneath that stick. So there goes to show you, it's like why it's good to have sticks. See that? Not to remove everything from the forest floor. I always say leave some. At least 5%. 5 or 10%. Fern Galdi. We got some new oak trees coming up. Oh, sweet. Look at this crag. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's walk here. It's where the animals have been going. Ow. Got stabbed. Stabbed. I want to just hike this whole darn thing. Thanks, Steve. I'm glad you think it's nice wildlife. And yeah, like you said earlier, it'd be scary if things got out of control here. But sometimes you just got to surrender. Sometimes you can't always be in control. The air is definitely a lot nicer up here. What do you guys think of the view? I just know we gotta change up the photo. I gotta make sure you guys see my face once in a while, because the algorithm is like, oh, there's no faces in this video. There's no faces. And I'm just like, there are faces. There's my faces. Clouds moving fast. All right, we're gonna keep walking. So what is the purpose of this live video? Well, this live video is just here to kind of walk through nature, see what the wilderness kind of looks like, see what in my geographical area is concerning to homeowners and also ecosystems, because when we lose this material, because this would catastrophically burn, absolutely. You guys were just down there with me. You saw what it was like. And we would lose it all. It just turned to ash. And then the next rain comes by, bam, now we got freaking erosion. And we got ash pouring into our streams, and charcoal too. There's some char from that. There's always some char left over. But we want to maximize that charcoal. You know what I mean? Maximization. Like, humans, we're here. I thought, as being a human, you know what I thought life was? I thought it was about pioneering and being, expanding thought and creativity, expanding our horizons. Right? Expansionism. That's like of the mind, of the body, of the soul. And you're experiencing other environments. You're seeing like other ecosystems. It's beautiful out here. It really is. It's just a little constipated. It's just a little constipated. And that's easily fixed. Like, darn, we could really blow this whole area up. We could have grasses here. We could graze this. It'd be beautifully grazed. I heard that a lot of the buckbrush is really good protein. Yeah, we got that sugar pine right there. Oh! Everyone loves sugar pines. All right, we're gonna walk down here, and then we're gonna walk up, and then I'm gonna hang up. So you guys got another like 5 or 10 minutes. If you got anything you want to say, or if you're awesome about nature, you're like, yeah, I want to take care of nature. I want to learn what it takes to steward the land, be the land steward. It's a lot more rewarding than being a like AI lord and stuck on in the Silicon Valley shit. Like, come to the Carbon Valley. This is carbon. We're carbonies. Carbonizes. Carbonarzers. This is the carbon utopia. Ain't no silicone. I mean, there is silicone. Yo, what is that down there? Oh, is that another house? Sweet. I think that's another residence. Okay. So I gotta talk to that dude. Like, bro, we gotta do something about this shit. We gotta link up with neighbors. If you're all living out in areas like this and you know you got threats to your well-being and your ecosystem needs some thinning and carbonizing, we got you. We're here. The carbonizers are on Earth. We've landed. So it's fun to be out here. Look at those beautiful trees. I want to go find those trees. I want to go up to them and check them out, but it's on the other person's land, I see. So I'm just like not gonna mess around. But I want to check those trees out. They're beautiful. I think those are ponderosa pines. Ponderosas, huge trees, 150 feet, but not as big as the redwoods. Redwoods, everyone knows the redwood, the sequoia. And there's two types of sequoias that I know of, that I've seen. I've seen the Rockefeller trees. Rockefeller, Rockefeller, Rockefeller. If it wasn't for Rockefeller, we probably wouldn't even have those trees around there. So, yeah, the homie fucking did some shit, but he did some shit. So, thanks Rockefeller for saving some of those redwoods while everyone was like tearing the fuck out of them. But you probably actually paid a bunch of loggers to tear that shit up. So I don't know what to think. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, damn, right? Like, damn. It really needs to be burnt. Just come through here and do some shita. Is that soap root? That's how you get rid of your poison oak. I have not seen much poison oak around here, which is exciting because usually these areas it's everywhere. It's like, oh. So like, gotta do some maintenance here. Chop some of these lower branches and then take it out. There's manzanita growing in here. There's 2 manzanita bushes growing right up against the tree. Hilarious. Like, what happened here? This whole tree just melted into the earth. Right? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Here we go. Mr. Vulture. Carrion bird hanging. There's 2 of them. He's looking for something. Free show. That was an air show. Got a free one. I mean, some of these manzanitas look good though, how they grew. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. Found some pellets. Look at that grass. Holy shit. Dude. See, that's what I'm saying. This whole area should look like this. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it should all look like that. And then we would graze the shit. Like, this looks like a really nice field here. It sucks. I keep having to walk down because I keep getting, like, introduced to the new areas of the land. What the hell's this? It's like sheep. Oh, holy shit. Okay, I know what this is. Yo, no way. Oh, I gotta send a photo of this to my buddy's sheep. He dropped it here because it's dead. And something had their way with it. Oh, yeah, we got there. We go. Found some of the bones. I'll have to give those to him. Still a little juicy. There we go. Let's go back and see if we can find the spine. See, all these exciting things keep happening. We just keep walking, finding guts. Yeah, where the fuck did all the bones go? There's more of it. Okay. Isn't it funny how it's just the carcass keeps getting moved down? Alright, about to see some shit, I hope. Here's more of it. Is that a rib? Looks like a rib. Like, this will be so good. I want to take this. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo, yeah. Yeah. Oh, baby, look at this. Woo. Yee-hee. Oh, look at the molds. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm not Canadian. I just say a boot. Look at it growing on this like moss. It stinks. It's so stinky. It's gross. This is IMO'd up. Now this is what you go put in your compost. Epic. Cool. Where's the bones, man? I cannot find the bones. Should I keep walking down? Maybe I'll find it. I can't believe the bones are missing. Usually there's something. Coyotes. We have coyotes here too. I didn't say that earlier. We have coyotes for sure. Okay, now I'm seeing like these orange flowers. All right, well, I found a sheep carcass. And it's epic what's underneath it. I'm not going to disturb it. There's tons of mycelium and mold. Really doing, the soil's doing some business. And I'm looking for more of the bones. I found like the lower jawbone. But I don't know where anything else went. But it's really nice down here. A lot of rock, very bare. Needs some care. Needs some TLC. But nature's naturing, and as long as the sun shines, we'll always have this. I'm not saying like worship the sun or creation, just, you know, let's take care of it a little bit more. Let's take care of it. And all those who watch my channel, it's a bit beyond the normal content. However, it's important that we venture out in the forest and like I just found that carcass. It's got tons of mycelium and mold growing on it. I would definitely do a collection and add that to things that I brew. Go the other way. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna hike back. Gonna double time it. Double time. Ooh, stinky carcass. All right, y'all, give care and be careful and brew and steward the land and make charcoal. Adios.